Hello, everyone. My name is Brandon Ross, and welcome to Player Hitter Gaming, where we sit around a virtual tabletop and we play D&D. I am surrounded by a bunch of my friends. Some of them, 'tis the season, are a bit under the weather, so their faces will be just their avatars tonight. But we hope you get well soon. Before we get into tonight's episode, let's go over some quick announcements. If you have not done so already, please feel free to skip over to our X, our YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Go drop us a follow there, as those are the best places where you can keep up with all the things we do. As far as our short form content, our YouTube does have all of our prior episodes, so if you want to catch up and kind of power through it and have yourself a binge marathon session, get your snacks and feel free to do so over at YouTube. You can find us on all these platforms under one simple name, Player Hater Gaming. And of course, if you want to have constant interaction with memes, sharing life stories, or talking about D&D, join us at our Discord. We have two. One for the Player Hater Gaming community, where we do just those things I mentioned earlier. Then we also have an incredible one that is the kind of a West Marches style server known as Ashurma, Land of Prosperity. If you've been with us long enough, you would know that many moons ago, there was a group of people called Twisted Perceptions who decided to join us. Well, that Discord and its West Marches lore and that realm is set in that Sunday game that they had. It's absolutely incredible. They have great storytellers, they have great GMs, they have tons of quests going on. They have their winter event going right now, so go check them out if you want more D&D in your life. Aside from that, we also have tonight, for those of you who hop into our Discord server and all of our usual and loving community members, we will be dropping a free magical item at our break. And one of these, and this item is just one example that you get if you decide to go with our Discord subscription. It's where every month we drop content for you to use in your worlds, in your games as you see fit. We have NPCs, monsters, homebrew items, maps, and even a complete one-shot if you're at our gold tier. So if you find yourself in a pinch and need a quick one-shot, come on over. We've got you covered. Aside from all of that, let us get into tonight's episode. Last week, there was definitely a lot of interesting interactions and a bit of inter-party, I wouldn't say fighting, I would say
restraining
pressure. Pressure. As they decided to head into the Cloudside Valley to check out a couple of things they were pursuing on rumors, notes, new contact leads, and they did get some more information. Apparently, a recent shipment of black blades had come through such ports and was ushered into the streets of Wingata. Unfortunately, one of these blades was wielded by one of the partners, known to all of you as the Doctor. His mental fortitude finally worn down, and the blade letting the Doctor know that it had a thirst and a price. Thankfully, they were able to subdue the Doctor and quench the blade. And we'll leave it at that. I believe as we left last session, everyone had traveled and gathered at the apothecary as you waited to meet up with a particular individual who was going to go with you to potentially transgress one of the greater laws of the land. So, as we open the session to the table, Chaos Crew, it is yours. What would you like to do?
I don't even know what Zon, is probably carrying, or if she has sweets, or that. But they walked home, so she's probably hungry even after they made mochas. No, it wasn't coffee. Chikoffee. It was chikoffee. Chikoffee. Chikoffee.
The new
not mochas, chikoffee. Yes, chikoffee. So she's probably looking to see if they have ingredients for that, which I don't think that Doc has a hot chocolate. Right.
I do not.
Damn. Zon is slightly disappointed and makes a mental note to go buy hot chocolate.
Might be a bit expensive, but
Roll for disappointment.
Oof.
Sad face. How
Roll for sad
dare.
face.
where's the sound bite? Emotional damage.
Oh my goodness.
It is later in the evening, but it would still make sense if you want to make just regular coffee because it's probably
Yeah.
gonna be late night.
Yeah. She will make a round of coffee for everybody.
Okay.
So I guess we're just waiting here then for
Pretty much.
your friend. Fun. Cool.
See if he makes it out here.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully, doesn't bring extra people and more guards and, just arrest us, but
Nah.
you trust him.
If anything, he won't come because someone got to him first.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the time all of you had gathered and gotten to this space, it was still early evening, if I recall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say that time does pass. It gets into beyond dark. Probably about an hour or two after the island descends into the cloud ocean.
Zon had taken a nap. Just passed out in a chair.
Okay.
Yep.
I would say if anybody wants to take a short rest, you are welcome to at this time, should you need to.
Cool.
Perfect.
Doc, how you doing over there?
Much better now, but still lost in thought about this new development.
Not gonna lie, was a bit more of a surprise than I think we were expecting.
I wish I had anticipated it sooner.
Well, what do you think you're gonna do with it?
Well, for now, I'm just going to have to deal with it, and if it can help us, it can help us. If not, well, I'm stuck with it for a bit at least.
Hopefully not too long.
Yeah. We don't know what it's going to do to you, and hopefully,
I'll have to spend more time looking into it. Like I said before, I feel like there's aspects of this item that aren't being revealed.
You said it was more like it was a hive mind or a part of one?
More of like a greater intelligence, and this is just a fragment of it.
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, no, but just what would one gain from fracturing oneself into pieces so small that you hardly have control over your being anymore?
Well, there's nothing saying that it was its own decision to do so.
True.
Being we know where this came from, it's very likely this is a entity that was captured and used. Though, cannot rule out that it might also willingly have done this as well. Uh, mostly because I can't figure out what kind of entity this came from, just that it was something beyond us.
Hmm. Curious
Well,
if you were to remove the curse, if it would go into a different weapon of a similar type, or if it would send that fraction back to the entity.
or if it
Yes.
would just disappear.
That's
I
also
mean-
possible.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hard thing to really say before, we do it.
No, just thinking about different outcomes, that's all.
Well, we're here if you need anything. If, it's screaming at you for blood, I have a lot of it if you want.
I would like to try and experiment with it a bit, but not tonight.
I think tomorrow would be a good opportunity, probably.
See what happens tonight first.
Mm,
I feel
That
it's
could be
already
true.
satiated for the day, so we'll see.
okay.
I have no plans of using it tonight.
Well, that's good. Hopefully you don't have to.
If I'm
So,
ever in a situation where I would have to use this, I'm afraid Zahn might be in a worse state than anyone here.
I won't disagree with that.
Red, you might finally get your wish.
Yeah?
I don't know that it's so much a wish, but
Or desire.
Well, we'll be
Well.
keeping an eye on you, Doc. Don't want to make
Mhm.
sure it sucks you dry.
I imagine it wouldn't appreciate its carrier to die, so
Yeah. We wouldn't either.
certainly not.
Nope.
it tends to gain more with me alive than it does me dead.
Hmm.
True.
Well, did we agree on a time for your friend to be here, or did he just say sometime in the evening?
After dark.
I suppose
To the
that's
devil.
him.
Let me, and I'll just go open the door.
Let the familiar face intercept.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You open the door and you see a very dressed down version of Elowen. Very plain commoner's clothing, but and an interesting knapsack backpack on him. You can see there's a bit of a claw hanging out. Looks like a 3-pronged climbing hook. You see tips of rope just haphazardly thrown in, but they're kind of hanging out. And then you hear
Zahn peeks over behind Eva. It's like, hello?
Your beast sense is tingling.
Yes.
Would you like us to hitch your horse for a while?
I thought we were going to use the cart.
I mean, we can. That's
And he points
entirely
back.
up
You
to
can see it's already been kind of turned around, ready to go. And you can see there's 4 other knapsacks of gear in it.
Oh. Sure.
All right.
Let's not
We
waste
can't
any time.
break any of it, though.
Well,
Didn't
no promises.
exactly sign it out.
Understood.
I will try not to.
Thank you. He seems concerned.
As
no,
he should
no
be.
insight check required.
Oh, goodness.
Well, let's not waste too much time, shall we?
All right. And he will head to the cart and sit on the front. And you can see it is drawn by a singular large draft horse.
Hex animal
Zahn
handling?
sized.
Never mind.
Jeez.
Big
No,
boy.
that's a horse. Yep.
Doc will be the last one out of the apothecary, and he will lock the door behind him as he
okay.
leaves.
Gotcha.
I will hop up front to guide Elwyn.
Okay.
Zahn
And
will go in the back.
okay. Red.
Oh, she's going in the back.
Okay. So we have Elwyn and Eva up front, and then we have Zahn, Red, and Doctor in the rear, along with Trekix,
Right.
who has been unconventionally quiet recently.
He's
Wow.
bed.
He just seems a little tired.
Deep in
Yeah.
thought.
I was worried he was just staring at me.
Just
Dragonx did say he was going to keep a very close eye
Very
on you.
close
Oh,
eye.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not like helicopter bombing you, but he's kind of close to encroaching on that.
Well,
One
But-
moment, please.
Before you head out, you can see as he kind of reaches forward and just gives his fingers a bit of a snap, and you watch as two lanterns that have been hung forward light up and pierce with this little bit of like a blue tint light. And as you're looking, you don't see the fog or the cloud ocean anymore.
Oh.
Ooh, fancy.
You see clearly in this radius that this light pierces.
How far out does it go?
20 and 20.
Okay.
But Red, give me a history check.
oh. 17.
The 17, you have seen this before. You've never used one, but you've been around them before. They are specifically designed and enchanted to pierce through the fog / cloud ocean that bleeds into the island when it descends at night. And you know it's typically reserved for someone of the guard. Sometimes like the rich can have it, but it's due to the implications that such an item exists for nefarious reasons. It's usually controlled by the guard.
Got it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So like you may or may not have seen this before.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, exactly. Given your profession.
Mm.
Pulling out all the stops I see. Are you
Well,
able
I
to see in the
figured
dark
if we
yourself?
can- No, of course not.
Noted.
But if we can get there quicker, I get back quicker. Less time for things to go actually missing.
Agreed.
I'm uncomfortable enough, and takes off.
I will direct him the way to go.
Zahn's just so happy.
Yes.
Hasn't even
Very
pet
much
the
so.
horse.
I know, she hasn't even pet it.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
So, due to having a horse drawn, but with the weight, it's a little faster than by walking, but at this way, you're not walking and you have all this basically free climbing gear.
Amazing.
We got anyone out without climbing gear before, so it should be fun. Even better this time.
True.
Mhm.
Right.
I
This
mean,
time, their
we stocked
system's
up Zon
called-
on Titans.
Checks not needed.
You know, the less checks I make, the better.
Yeah. Through your guidance, Eva, you are able to get back to. Give me a survival check. We'll see how close you get.
Oh shit.
You're getting there. We're just gonna see how close you get.
Oh shit. Not bad. 15.
15. You feel confident. You're pretty close to where you were, and then as you're going along, you're like, "Wait a minute, follow the fence line for a minute," and you start having like follow the fence line, and you see a very particular, not broken, but a well placed marker for yourself, where someone may have broken it and put it back together, allegedly.
I did mend it, to be fair.
Yeah, it is mended. Don't get me wrong.
Here, Elwyn. Good enough. Hops down off the cart.
Yeah.
Let me just make sure that our friend isn't there before we all go down there.
Right. I'll get Midnight tied up. And he hops off.
Midnight.
Just, knocks on the back. I'll be right back. If you don't see me in 5, it's up to you
Right.
if you come down.
Still see me at 5.
we will.
Wait 5 more.
And Eva, again, because fucking spider climb is amazing,
Mhm.
and it's just free, walks right off the edge.
Laws of
again.
gravity do not apply to you.
Right
So-
over the edge.
All of you watch as, still a little disconcerting, she just walks to the edge without breaking stride, and then just seems to just ride off.
You said we had 2 of those lanterns, right?
Yes.
There's one on each.
Doc's gonna take one of them and bring it to the edge.
It is affixed to it.
Ah,
You tried.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Zahn is going to go over to the horse
Okay.
and wait, hold on. Would she
Would she?
have brought
Would she?
food?
It's
That's up to
Zahn.
It's Zahn. It's true. Would she have food
I'm sure
appropriate
you
for
have
a horse?
good potato on you.
Potato. Can horses eat potatoes?
Data.
Probably not
yes.
the best, but yeah, it can.
Cool. We're gonna say these Skytorn horses can eat potatoes.
An apple.
Let's have an
There you
apple,
go.
not
an
candy
apple.
covered.
That-
We have an
yeah,
apple.
Not candy covered.
Not a
Or you
candy
just, or you
covered.
just you just ate the caramel off and then gave it the
Yeah,
rest.
exactly. Exactly. Like, hold on. We'll share
No.
this.
No.
Not yet. It's like its head. It's like brr, brr. It's like
And then she'll
nudging
just
you.
she'll do the break it in half.
Yeah.
Easy peasy and
Okay.
feed the horse one half.
Okay, never mind. Potatoes are toxic to horses.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh
let's not
no.
do that.
Good to know.
Good.
Let's not do that.
No.
So
No.
you give it half of an apple that you've eaten the caramel off of, so it's
Yes.
just apple.
Just apple.
Mhm.
She's
It
very
seems
happy.
pleased.
She will give it the other half. And she's not gonna waste 10 minutes to cast Speak with Animals yet.
Mm.
We'll do that on the ride home.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
Doc goes over to the edge and just waits for Eva.
Okay. Eva. As you head down. Basically snowblind.
Yeah. Again.
Do you approach cautiously?
Yes. I want to,
Okay.
you know how, just kind of, peek your eyes in?
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that, but I'm upside down looking into the cave.
So as
Just
you
to see if that guardian is there.
Sure, and it is going to take you like the full 5 minutes to traverse this, just because I would imagine she's using one foot to test the ground to
Yes.
make sure it's actually ground, and then keeps walking. But after a few, let's say 2-3 minutes of careful searching, you do find, as you place your foot down, it just passes right through. And you're
Mhm.
like, well, there it is.
Just crawls down on all fours and slowly throws
Just
her
put your
eyes
head in.
Yeah, just the eyes.
Yeah. I would say that due to the nature of the enchantment that surrounds the island, it's still a bit rough in here. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
You're not fully snowblind, but it is pretty thick fog.
Difficult, yeah. Another 15.
15 total. You look in, peer through. Nothing seems to be moving. You don't see any additions to anything being dug out or filled in.
No red or green laser beams.
No red or green laser beams happening.
Okay. I will make my way back up to the top.
Okay.
Just to let
Which
them
is
know.
much quicker because now you know exactly where it is, so you just right up.
Might be off by a few feet. But I'll be like,
Just a few.
just waving over. Looks like the coast is clear. It's hard to tell. It's quite foggy down there. But no laser faces, no giant statues in the way. Immediately.
That's good.
That's very good.
Remember I
You
said
see
Right.
Halloween begin to
Mm.
attach climbing gear to his belt.
we're just going
Yeah.
to not go through the illusion this time and hope Galen is still there.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
I'll make sure I'm the furthest in so that I can, yeah.
But first, and Zon, you feel a bit of an impact against your arm as you feel the handle of a hammer being passed to you.
Ah,
And then you see that Elowin is holding a heftier python specifically used to place for climbing, and he is just holding with both hands.
I will take it with one hand and
He's
just,
giving you like the you know what this is about look. Like
yes, yes, I do.
So I said there'd be no checks required, but there will be one. Make a strength
Dun, dun,
check.
Oh,
But
Mm.
you are being assisted because he's holding it still for you, so it's not like it's hard to hit. So roll with
Cool.
advantage.
Let's hope I don't hit his hand.
That's basically what we're going for here. Just don't hit his hand.
19.
19. Yeah.
That's good.
Like you've seen to where people have like, felled things in a single swipe because the blade was sharp enough and the impact was fast enough, just woof, gone.
Oh,
I've heard
yeah.
stories of master carpenters driving a nail in one fell shot, things like that.
Yeah.
Zon takes this hammer that's supposed to be basically one-handed and somehow gets two of her meaty hands around it and double hand slams down and drives it at least 3/4 in first swing. Just whoozhong. Elowin's like, well, that worked.
Yeah.
All right. And he just starts tying ropes off.
Okay.
Did everybody want their own rope or just 2 or 3?
2 or 3 should be fine.
We can follow each other down.
Yeah.
Okay. And he ties off 3 ropes and just looks like you see he goes to the edge like
Do you want
throws the ropes over.
do you want me to go first and just,
That would be great. And he steps back.
Cool. Cool. Zon will put on the belt and actually attach herself, even though she really just wants to like jump off and hold the rope and like swing in.
Swing in.
It's gonna be good about it.
Oh, please do this.
You did last time, to be fair.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, I
You
just
landed
kind
on
of
red.
did. Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, she'll maybe take like a little bit of a
little bit of a running start.
running start.
Alright.
Make sure there's enough rope on the end that she can
Do you
swing down.
remember how much slack in the rope is needed? Roll an intelligence check as you jump off the edge.
I was gonna say history or whatever, but they're the same.
George of
Georgia
the
the
jungle.
13.
13?
13.
I'd say you remember.
Okay. Cool.
You swing
There's
off
enough
the
memory.
edge, and it hits you. You're like, did I account for the rope?
Yeah.
And just right in. You let go of the rope.
Woo. When she
You going
gets
for
her
you going for a
footing,
fancy landing or just a landing?
she's gonna go for like the land and slide.
Roll
Like
roll acrobatics.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. 7.
You land and your feet hit and you slide like 2 feet. You're like, I feel
Yeah.
awesome. I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
And then you hit a rock that is lodged in and just
oh.
face, ass, face, ass,
Yep.
face.
Yeah.
But then you're like laying on the ground looking up in the darkness. Well, at least nobody's down here.
It's Eva hanging above you, waving.
No, I
Well,
went
she
back
came
up
back
top.
up. I
Yeah.
don't know if
Yeah.
you walked back down just yet.
No, I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Elowin.
Okay.
Just scare the shit out of him.
So
Doc would like to go next, and they know someone down there can catch him.
Drakix will sit back with Elowin as well and just kind of be like, hey man, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be safe. Everybody's here. It's gonna be okay.
If you miss, I can fly.
I'm still falling.
I can also catch you as
Huh?
well.
Elowin like goes to the edge. Did you guys hear that?
I didn't hear anything. Must have been the wind.
Well,
All right,
I'll
Doc,
go down.
You go
next.
down. You don't
Yes.
have. Unless you want to do anything.
I am not.
out of the
Doc is not going to
ordinary.
risk any fancy maneuver
Okay.
in this. He
It
is Doc.
easy enough. You get right down. The climbing gear is incredible, and you get right into where Zon is.
Doc knows his limits.
Zon will
Zon,
help.
would you have lit up a torch or anything while you're down here?
Yes, because she cannot see. Yep. That is bad.
Rough. It's rough.
It is. It's very rough.
All right.
Once Doc's situated, he'll do that tug on a rope. Be like, "Hey, you're good to go next."
All right. Who's next?
Red will go next.
Red, you head down. This is easier than what it should be. This climbing gear is nice.
Lovely.
You know,
Which-
actually,
Mhm.
thinking about it, no, it's not climbing gear. It's a rope ladder.
Ah, nice. Cool. Perfect.
So
Didn't have to swing at all.
Zon
Only
took
if
the
you want
stylish-
to.
Zon took the stylish route.
Of course she did.
No one knows.
Fair.
And as long as a torch, but I see the dirt covering her from her landing.
Zon, would you have dusted off?
It's Zon. No.
So, no.
There's
doesn't
this
care.
little like 1 to 2 inch tall like dust settling around her. It's interesting. Take what you will with that information.
Yep.
Doc, knowing that he can't, who's coming down, is going to clean her up with precipitation first.
Thank
Zon,
you.
this is probably the cleanest you've been.
Yes.
Mhm.
Anytime he does that, it's yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been a few days since the last one, so.
Oh,
She does bathe.
Yeah.
She's
this
not
is arcane
that
cleaning. This is
barbaric.
everything. This is every
Yeah.
fiber in the fur of her cloak.
You don't have to wash your
Yes.
clothes anymore with Doc around.
True.
True.
All right. Elowen will go next, and he.
Eva
How's
does
he
it again where she just
Let me see
walks
how
off
he-
the edge with him.
Holy shit, coming through.
Fucking golden
He's doing
snitch.
okay. He walks to the edge, is like.
Do you need a hand?
Make a perception check for me, Eva.
Okay. Not so good. 11.
You do hear him whisper something, but you can't make it out.
Okay.
And he goes to the ladder and just starts climbing down.
Just whoop, off the edge next to him.
He kind of stops for a minute. That must be nice.
Sometimes.
Doesn't have a fear of heights.
He takes a
Yeah,
few
but if-
more, then he stops about halfway down, looks at you. So he's down there.
Hopefully. He was.
he was when we left.
And he'll finish the route. Gets inside the past. He. It's interesting because he like stops. He like you see him keep going. He's like, "Is there a?
Just
I'm getting
keep
close to
going.
the end."
keep going.
He keeps going. He trusts you.
I'm still falling.
Freezes for a minute.
How far off is he? I know how far down he is.
At that point, he's like, "That sounded like it was right in front of me." He's basically right in front of the illusion.
Stick your hand into the dirt. You said you trust me.
Zon grabs his hand. No, she's not. Sees it, pulls him in.
Jesus.
This poor
I didn't
man.
want him to like let go, so she'll grab
Gaia,
him
be
and pull
with
him
me.
in.
Gets pulled in.
Well, that's one
So
way to
I
get through an
had to-
illusion, I guess.
Yeah.
He is clutching on to use on. Almost like
Hello.
a feared embrace. He doesn't realize it until he's like, "Oh, sorry."
It's okay.
Good thing I cleaned Zon up before she did that.
Yeah, right.
Trackix will come down. And then.
Mhm.
Okay. You all find yourself in a very familiar tunnel. It's now that you've revisited it and some time has passed, you do come to realize that it's certainly not a work of recent years. There is like roots above you growing in. There is evidence of wear and tear. There's a couple of sky fish bones here and there, various other like shells, things like that. Things you would imagine probably inhabit the first 10, 15, 20 feet to find a home because it's safe from predators. But with a torch lit and the enchantment of the island doing its best to push away the cloud ocean, it's probably about maybe 5 or 10 feet before you get into true darkness, or you do have a torch lit to where there's no cloud ocean, no fog here anymore. Probably about 10, 15, 20 feet. Just begins to, you see as it tapers off.
I have no, I don't. Damn.
Sorry, my internet went all fucky there.
You're good.
It's okay.
I will lead the
Trying to
way
keep the
back.
Harleys out of the background.
I will lead the way back to where Galen was the last time we had seen.
As you approach the area you know, and where it appears to end in a second illusion you're all aware of, on the left-hand side, in a semi-seated position, you do see the remains of Galen.
Still here.
A little less intact, probably, than last time, but here.
Doc will go over and give it a general cursory view, make sure that the rate of decay is correct, and as well as there was no additional damage since they were last year.
Doesn't look like it. It is kind of off to the side, so even if a creature had chased you that far, which as you're all thinking back now, you kind of remember it did at some point stop chasing all of you.
I don't know that.
You don't know that's right.
Yeah.
Mm,
Red and Zon
Zon,
right.
Red,
Mhm.
as the two of you are looking here, and specifically Red, you're like, how come it doesn't look like it got stomped, trampled, or moved? And then you begin to remember that the creature didn't pursue you past the secondary illusion.
Mm-hmm. Zan's gonna put herself like between the illusion, her, and everybody else. You know, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure we don't snap any of your fingers off.
Element comes over to examine the body. Doc will, use his medical expertise to kind of point out the cause of death and other things that he would want to use to confirm it is the captain.
Okay. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
There it goes. 14.
14. Looking over it, it seems to match up with what this is here from the last time you checked this body.
Mm.
The same cut, same wound.
All yours, Elowen.
Then Elowen approaches and just kind of stands there for a minute. Well, this certainly brings a lot of things into question.
Definitely wasn't bitten to death.
Certainly not.
Certainly not.
He was too capable for that, in my opinion.
Too
Also
clean.
that.
And Elowen will kneel next to the body, and he starts to reach for it, but then he pulls his hand back. Why would this happen to him?
Because we have information that somebody would rather keep hidden. And Galen was the one who knew about it. Doc
It's an-
actually has the decoding of Galen's journal, so we can go through that.
Right, you remember the book I showed you?
I do. You think that you found something?
Fairly
don't-
certain he did.
I don't want to put you in the same danger.
Right. Well then. And he'll stand up and he'll actively kind of put the body out of his line of sight, and he'll look to you, Eva, because he knows you the most. I guess a part of me knew something wasn't right. I brought wrappings, bandages. If we could cover him up so we can get him where he needs to be. They're
Doc
back in
can
the cart.
assist you.
And he will walk towards the end and get himself through the illusion and back up the ladder.
Doc and I will get him.
I'll begin
Actually,
preparing
would
the
I be
body
able
for movement.
Would I be able to just carry Galen if I don't need my hands to climb? I don't know how heavy this body is.
It's... What's your strength score?
What's the strength score?
It would be a little rough for you.
Okay.
Drakix will kind of speak up. I can get it out of here. I can
Yeah.
Right. Flying,
fly,
don't you?
fly for a short period.
Has Zon seen that?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Has Zon seen that?
I'm leaning towards no.
I thought there was a fight at one point after Zon joined us that she had seen that, but I could be wrong.
There was a fight, and he used it, but she wasn't there. She was at the tavern.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Zon was not there for that one.
Yep.
Wrong with arm wrestling. Obviously more important.
Mm.
Oh yeah, 100%. Duh.
How you strike fear in the heart of your enemies.
That's
Arm
right.
Yeah.
wrestling.
Yeah, of course.
About 5-ish, 10 minutes pass. He comes back down with another side satchel. And Doc, you've seen this before. They are basically, when something happens and a lot of people are dying in the streets, it's basically a body bag.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll prepare the body for
next to you,
transfer.
he sets it next to you, almost, and then passes it off a bit. He doesn't say anything, but he just gives you that knowing look.
Mm-hmm. I'll mutter a small prayer in Celestial
Okay.
as I'm moving the body and putting it in the body bag.
Okay.
Once I have it all prepared and ready, I look to Drakix and in common, let's be respectful, obviously.
Well, let's get into the cart. I know who we should go see.
Dragix will take him up to the surface and get him on the cart for us. So we can just head back up.
All right, climb the ladder. Much easier than last time.
Also a lot more fun going up than down.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, although you didn't experience going up last time.
Thanks, dear.
She's not wrong.
welcome.
I mean, it's good that you didn't experience because then you didn't, feel the pain of losing your fingers. But
If she lost her fingers, if she was experiencing it, though.
I mean,
Elowen is concerned.
Doctor
I
just
didn't.
gestured to the illusory wall. More trouble that way. Don't want to go there yet.
No,
No.
certainly not.
He kind of like he looks at it because to him it's just a dead end.
Doc
Zon
put his
just
arm
sticks her
through it.
hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
There's-
go past that. No,
Yeah,
nope.
don't.
The left
No.
side. He just closes his eyes, starts walking. Like
Yeah.
I'll get him
he
back to the
doesn't keep
ladder.
his eyes closed, but he closes his eyes and walks 5 feet, and then he'll reopen them and keep walking.
Yeah.
I'll get him back to the ladder and go up with him.
He-
Make sure he doesn't walk
Climbs
off
up.
the edge.
yeah, he climbs back up. And everybody heads out. Drakix is last, and actually, who would be last?
Zon.
Okay.
Yeah, Zon's in the back.
Zon, as you see Draxus is carrying the body, he gets to where the end of the tunnel is, and he turns around and faces you. Well, I guess you're... Yeah. You're in for a treat. And with this interesting mixture of physical wind and a flourish of arcane light, there's this as this pair of gem-colored draconic wings made of this fusion hybrid of scales and just raw arcane power manifests on his back.
What?
And he just takes this gentle step backwards and floats and then hovers straight up.
Okay. Sure. I just okay. Son is just gonna. She has no words. Like Eva can walk on walls. Red can set herself on fire. He has wings. Doc is Doc. What do I get? I can't talk to people anymore.
Poor Zon's having a crisis of identity over here.
She is though. Y'all don't know it, but she's freaking the fuck out in her mind. Do I go in? Do I go out? Do I just turn to stone? Do I just... She'll go back up.
God damn.
She'll
Alright.
go back up, just utterly confused. And that's also totally not what I thought you were going to do, Brandon. I thought you were going to do the whole just starts falling out and then starts suffering. But I guess, he's carrying a body and trying to be respectful, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Had it been just him, I
Yeah.
would have done
Oh,
that.
Oh, yeah. He would have just done that too. But yeah.
All of you get back to the main land of the island. Pull up your rope, your ladder, gets all rolled back up. Things are put back together into their proper bags. And Elowen just kind of stares at the spike. And he goes to reach for it.
Son's just petting the
Just
horse.
Stops and looks over to Zon. Miss.
Yes.
if you-
Yes.
Thank you.
She'll just go down, grab it, and try and rip it free.
You want to try in one fell swoop, or you going to put some effort into it?
One fell swoop.
It's
One fell
Zon.
check.
Come
Roll a
on.
strength check. Roll a strength check.
Yeah. Oh no. 13.
13. You don't pull anything. You don't feel any pain, but you don't completely dislodge it on the first pull. Takes a few.
It's like,
Yeah.
Yes.
You
okay.
hit a rock.
Yeah. Whoops. My bad. There's just a rock on the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
it's just attached
Like-
to it.
Here, we'll just hand him back.
Ugh.
Toss the rock over the side.
Ow. Kidding. This could be myself.
Birds? I don't know.
Fish.
Birds in the cloud ocean.
Water birds.
Water
Seabirds.
birds.
Cloud birds.
Flying fish.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Penguins are birds. They're in the ocean. Come on.
A cannon killed a penguin.
Proclaimed to be animal lover, ruthlessly murders penguin.
Right? Come on.
Are
What's a
penguins
penguin?
animal? What's a penguin?
I mean, they are. Yes, they are
Mhm.
animals.
Anyways, he gets everything back together and he sits up front. Everybody,
Production,
gets to the
please
cart,
mark that.
and then you all gonna head back to the apothecary. Zon, you're gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Do you speak to the horse?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you speak to the penguin?
It's
you
just
killed?
walking. Just.
Do you enjoy life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good life.
Do they give you lots of hay?